here is someone who, just like our conservative caller, Doug, has capitulated to the power of Donald Trump's weave. I wonder if Mitch McConnell would feel a little bit less compelled to support Donald Trump if Donald Trump was actually balding. But he does ask that Donald Trump do just one more thing. Like, there's nothing like saying a couple months before the election, like, hey, any chance you could have even a remote sense of knowing what you're talking about? Here's Mitch McConnell on CBS This Morning from Sunday.
Well, what would you like to see him do differently?
Well, what I'd like to see is a more studious approach. Studious.
Meaning?
I'm a big fan of prepared text occasionally.
He is not.
For example.
Do you really think he's going to go to that?
Well, I ran into him at the NRA convention, which happened to be in my hometown of Louisville. We were talking in the green room before we went on, and I said, "Have you got a script?" And he pulled it out. I said, "Are you going to use it?" He said, "I hate scripts. They bore the audience." And I said, "Put me down in favor of boring."
Yeah.
I like scripts.
So does that scare you that he goes?
No, I think what it will say to the
what is really sort of fascinating about this exchange too is that you've just had the Senate leader who basically said, like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And not only did they let him pivot to like, oh, it's just about style. It's just about style. They basically carried his bags to that destination.
If they gave him 20 extra seconds, he would have said something worse.
Or had he just said, like, wait a second, by studious, you don't mean prepared text. You mean actually study. Are you suggesting he doesn't know anything? Now that would be too hard. We have to wait until Mitch McConnell goes on to a late night talk show to get that level of deep probing questions. Like, hey, wait, could you clarify what you just said?
He pulled it out. I said, "Are you going to use it?" He said, "I hate scripts. They bore the audience." And I said, "Put me down in favor of boring."
Yeah.
I like scripts.
So does the scriptless move, does that scare you that he goes?
No, I think what it will say to the public is, okay, I'm good at entertaining audiences, but I also am going to school here and know what I'm doing.
No.
That sounded kind of bad too.
Yes, all he needs to do is actually read from a script. That way it will appear that he knows what he's talking about. If someone else writes something, it'll appear that he knows what he's
This
talking
is a mean version of being there. It's true, and it's not happening. No scripts. I'm like that Gardner guy.
He did, though.
I want to have sex with my daughter.
He did do the script at the NRA.
That was fantastic.
He did. He did have 2 teleprompters, which I thought, I got confused because for 4 years.
All of a sudden, someone wants teleprompters.
Yeah, for 5 years, I heard like that was the greatest sin that you could engage in politics is having a prepared speech where you're looking at teleprompters. Now, he was. And the great thing about Trump reading his speech on teleprompters is it's clear it's the first time he's read it.
I wrote it down, and it's there in front of me.
So there was a lot of moments where he's just like, and President Obama is real? That's crazy. Really? That's crazy.
Well, that's a great line. He did that. He's taking away our guns. That's totally unacceptable. Normally, I make this shit up out of the top of my head, but now it's written. Usually, I write it down. I can't believe it's true. Someone else wrote it down. Wow, this is really bad.
This is bad.
I had no idea. I just thought I was hustling a bunch of morons.
Like, I think at one point he actually did point to the teleprompter and say, "Can you believe this?"
That's unbelievable.
Like it was on a screen.
That was a good joke.
Look at this that I'm reading for the first time. Oh, it's crazy. I'm going to go over here. It's over here, too.
It's unbelievable. I need to clear my head.
Just to be a buzzkill for the 1000th time, they are literally laughing hysterically that a presidential nominee maybe cannot read. They're laughing hysterically about it.
Well, it's not.
He should be a little more
They're
studious.
just laughing together. They're laughing together, Kelly. They're not laughing at. They're laughing together.
A little more studious. I think didn't he say he hasn't read a book since the 70s or something.
Well, Matt,
he has no time.
There's a lot of
If
audiobooks.
you would have watched the Megyn Kelly thing right before Megyn Kelly pitches her book, she asked Donald Trump, "Do you read books often?"
I love books. It's just life is such that, as an example, when you're spending your trust fund and trying to sleep with your daughter, things are busy. It's true.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.